What's up guys, Kyle Bradshaw here, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about the differences between the tube type and the tubeless Motoz Tractionator RallZ tire. These two tires are very similar. They're both the 90-90-21 front, but they are very different at the same time. Now some of you guys have been asking, which one should I get? Should I get the tubed version or the tubeless version? And a lot of that really has to do with, number one, does your bike run a tubeless system or not? And number two, the width of your front rim. That's really the big key indicator. The other thing I want to talk about is the rears. This here is going to be the 140/80/18, and this is the 150/70/18. So they're both 18-inch rear tires. The difference is going to be the aspect ratio, how high they are. The 140 is actually made a little bit taller than that of the 150, and of course the overall width. We got 140 millimeters across versus 150. Now when you look at these two tires, the 150 is significantly wider than that of the 140. What I'm going to talk about here is what bikes you'd run these on. So if you have a, say, an XR650 that has a narrower rear rim, you're running a tube, highly recommend going with the skinnier tire, the 140. The reason for that is it actually fits a lot better on the rim. For example, my 950 Super Enduro, the rim is only about this wide. Versus my 1190 Adventure R, the rear rim is about this wide. And that's really the big difference between fitting the 140 or the 150. Now when I do put the 150 on the 950, I have done that. That's currently the tire size that I have on it right now on the Desert HT. It actually takes the side, pinches it in, and really crunches up or limits the amount of rubber that I actually have hitting the road. Putting the 140 size on the back of that wheel is actually the better bet. It actually stretches the sidewall out so it fits the rim appropriately, and actually get more rubber compact, or a better contact patch when I run the 140 on the 950 than I do when I run the 150. I'll go ahead and show you some pictures and some outlines of that here in a future video, but right now today I just want to talk about the differences between these two tires. Now the first pair that I want to bring up are the two front tires. So if you take a look at these, the tread pattern is a little bit different between the two, but the big difference is going to be the width of the front tire here. For a skinnier front tire, so again, those more dual sport type oriented bikes that traditionally run tubes, you're going to want to run the tubed version. Now, if you've got a Yamaha 10RA 700 or a KTM 790 Adventure R or 890 Adventure R, you're really going to want to go with the wider tire. Now, that's going to be the tubeless version. The tubeless version right here. Again, as you can see, it's pretty much, it's close to an inch wider across. You can really see that here if I show you the width here down here at the bottom. That's really going to be what you're going to want in order to get this thing to fit appropriately. So you can see how tight this guy is right here. This is going to be a bear to get installed on, say, the 890 Rally. It does come with a tube type setup. This tube type tire here is actually a little bit narrow for that particular application. You're going to want to go this route. Now with any tubeless tire, you can put a tube in it. That's absolutely not a problem. Conversely, you cannot put a tube type tire on a tubeless rim and expect it to hold air. They are definitely constructed differently. Now let's move real quick over to the rear tires. Now again, when you take a look at the inside of this tire right here, you can see that it's extremely narrow. So the big adventure bikes that have the 6 or even 8-inch wide rim in the back, this tire is not going to be a good application. Now let me pull this guy forward. You can see that we have a really large area here to be able to sit on the rim. Now if you tried to mount this guy here on a tubeless rim that has a tube attached to it, being able to get this thing to spread all the way out, it's going to look really funny. This tread across the top here is going to be extremely flat, and it's going to turn like a truck. It's not going to handle well at all. Versus this guy here, the way that this is made, it's going to be the perfect aspect ratio all the way around for this thing to fit well on that wider rear rim. Just recently I saw a group of 500 EXC riders, and they were running the RallZ tire here, and they had the larger size tire on their smaller rim motorcycle. It was really pinched in and looked pretty funky. Now at that time, that was the only size tire that the shop had. The other tires were back ordered, the shop couldn't get them, so they ran it and it worked. But it really wasn't the most appropriate application for those motorcycles. Really taking a look at the size of tire, the width of your rim, and then the tire that you're looking to put on the rim is really key in order to get maximum performance out of your motorcycle and out of the tires. Anyway, it's just a quick little walk around of the differences between the 140 18, the 150 18 in the tube and the tubeless version, and then the exact same size tire in the tube and the tubeless at 90/90/21. Big differences that I think you should be aware of before you place your order for these tires. Again, if you like any Motoz tires, please leave a message down below, contact me on Instagram, and I'll get you guys taken care of. Thank you guys for watching. Hope this cleared up some questions. Until next time, take care and ride safe out there.